As we wrap up the month of April, we also want to wrap up National Autism Acceptance Month. The work the Autism Society of Northwest Ohio goes all year long. This afternoon, Kate Schwartz is here with us from ASNO to talk more about what the organization does and how you might be able to help them out too. Autism is more prevalent now than it was 20, 30 years ago. 1 in 31 children are on the autism spectrum. Now, the spectrum is pretty wide. Some are verbal and very high functioning and can live on their own. Many are not, as we've seen over the years. Welcome. Thank you for coming in today to talk about the mission. First of all, let's talk about, you have an autism walk coming up very soon.
We actually, on Sunday morning, we are walking at the Franklin Park Mall. It's our biggest fundraiser of the year. We still have t-shirts available, so asno.org is where you can sign up. And it's just a pep rally for those with autism. It's the best way to describe it. It's a fun day. It is where people are celebrated. See, people are celebrated for who they are and the value that they bring to everybody's life.
And there's no doubt about that, the love that they have. Sometimes if you're a parent and your child is diagnosed with autism, you feel so alone. So I think organizations like your own helps people learn that, like, I am not alone. There are many, many other people out there that share the same burden or the same situation my family is in, and probably good for exchanging ideas on doctors, on treatments, activities, things that the child will enjoy and help them enjoy life a lot more.
Expanding that, that group, I would say, find your tribe. Really, truly, that is what has sustained me in my journey with kids with autism, is finding people that you can talk to, finding people that you have a connection with, and realizing that you're not alone in this journey.
Not at all, Kate. So the organization has been around for a long time. Have you just, how long have you been involved with it?
I've been involved for the past 9 years.
And it's mind-blowing that it's as prevalent as it is now. And there are a lot more doctors available. That's a good thing. There are more treatments out there, a lot more places you can go and take your child, whether it's a respite day or actually to get some kind of, went to a school earlier this spring when we were talking about the Acoustics for Autism, a family that, just a wonderful school that the kids are there all day long and do a variety of tasks depending on what they're capable of doing.
Well, and that's what, at the end of the day, that's what some of this funding goes for, is the activities that we get to plan. So tonight we're all meeting at Get Air, that is sponsored by the Doug Flutie Foundation. So it's just finding what is enjoyable to everyone and trying to create a space and activities that, get people into the community.
Kate, I know in my journey, my daughter was about 2, 3 years old. It was apparent something was not right socially with her. You've got 2 children with autism?
I do.
What ages did that come up, and what was your road to where realizing you needed to get something done?
So my son was diagnosed at 18 months, and our daughter, in typical, females usually take longer to diagnose. She was actually in the 3rd grade when she finally got diagnosed. So it was a really hard journey. At the time, we were waitlisted to get, evaluated, and it took us a much longer time to realize exactly what was going on with our daughter. We knew that there were differences. We just didn't know what it was.
Have you learned at all? How has the Toledo area changed in methods of treatment, programs available to help with your children being late teens, early 20s? My daughter's in her 30s, and there have been a wonderful programs around that's helped her develop. What have you seen in the last few years?
We've seen a huge expansion in services, a huge expansion in places that you can get diagnostics done. When my kids were coming up, there wasn't applied behavioral analysis. There wasn't different schools. There wasn't, all of this has been created literally in their lifetimes. So the ability to have different treatments, different modalities of availabilities and the different modalities of treatments is amazing. Like if you are waitlisted at one place, then maybe somebody else has an opening. When my kids were growing up, those things didn't even exist yet. So it's changed just as the numbers have increased from, when my kids were diagnosed, the numbers were 1 in 150 to now 1 in 31. Treatment programs and everything has exploded.
Yeah, it's staggering. 1 in 31 children will be diagnosed with autism.
Mm-hmm.
Kate, thanks so much for being here again. The walk is coming up this Sunday at Franklin Park Mall at 9 o'clock?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. 10 a.m. Good.
Registration starts at 9.
Extra hour of sleep there. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.